you've only got one shot at life. You're here for a certain number of decades at the most, and then it's over. Why not make the best of this time here? Yep. Why not develop those neurocircuits, the establishing the connections, the habits, the practices, and being able to function on a higher level? Who doesn't want that? Because you look at the opposite of that, people who kind of resign themselves to whatever you want to call it, laziness, mediocrity, whatever you want to call it. And it's kind of the opposite of pursuing the best version of yourself. Is not a palatable outcome for me. I don't want to be that person that kind of sits around thinking about what I could have been.
Absolutely.
Just grabbing life by the horns and going, I'm going to do this. How much battery do you have on your phone?
I got plenty.
You got plenty.
Okay. Hey.
It's actually not pretty good because the click is like away from the mic.
Hey. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey. What up? What?
Yeah.
Donde está la biblioteca? Do you guys know what's happening?
We are just
Elite
podcasters, not yet recognized as such, but informed pretty much that.
Speaking of which, what's this podcast called?
This is called Kernels.
Let me hear it.
Kernels.
Let me hear it. One more time.
Kernels.
What is happening, people? Welcome back to the podcast, Kernels, where we talk about people.
People. We love people. We love connecting.
We love people. Today, unfortunately, we don't have a guest.
No one wants to talk to us.
But we have each other.
Yeah. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that's it.
That was really nice.
It's special, no matter where you are, what's happening. The beauty of it is, if you're talking to people, you're learning, you're gaining new perspectives. Today we were planning to talk about...
We haven't...
Is this a topic close to our hearts? It's
very, very close to our hearts.
We've failed on this front many times, but we get up and we keep trying. And we want to know what your responses are to this, because I think a lot of people out there try this, go on this journey of weight loss.
Weight loss. I was trying to think of a fancy way of saying it, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. And I think that's actually resonant of this topic as a whole. A lot of people try to make it fancy. They try to bring in things from here and there, and you have plenty of books on it. But at the end of the day, it's just weight loss.
Just trying to
lose weight.
So, you, me, before and after photos, 1 month, looking like flabby beasts, but then becoming like chiseled statues. What do you think? Are you up for this challenge?
Well, so this is all for the people. The people have spoken, and they want us, Mike and JD, to go on a 1 month shred. And I'm down for it. Are you down for it?
I'm down for it. I actually want to do this. I feel like this is something I want to achieve with my next month.
Okay, let's go into it for a bit. Yeah. Why do you want to do this, Mike?
It's a very good question. Look, I could avoid one of the key drivers, but I'm going to bring it out.
Yeah, go.
I want to look good.
Yep.
JD, I am a single man.
Hey.
I was like, hey, we're going to go there. We're going to go there. We're both single men. I'm going to just throw you in there as well. And look, I want to look good. I'm not going to lie. The other part is I want to function well. I want to feel good. I want to be healthy. And this just permeates into so many other areas of my life. Like, it helps me be productive at work. So I think there's just so many good reasons to do it. And it's just putting that challenge before yourself, going, being a better version of yourself.
Absolutely.
And so this is a part of it. You cannot deny the physical aspect of that.
The thing is, it sounds so cliche, but you know, like there is this aspect of going to the gym that I've been talking about with some of my friends. Like, although some people from the outside may look in and see this as a bit vain or whatever, but you know, when you go to the gym and you start seeing a little bit of definition in yourself, you start lifting some heavier weights and you're looking yourself in the mirror, what you're doing there is and this is proven, you're subjectively, or like, you know, by yourself through your own perception, you are releasing dopamine in your brain. And dopamine, contrary to what a lot of people say, it actually reinforces your neural circuits. So it doesn't start your neural circuits, it doesn't form your neural circuits, or it has some role in that, but more than anything, it reaffirms, it establishes those neural circuits. So that's why when you start doing something, you start seeing a bit of success, and then suddenly you want to do it again. You want to come back to the gym next time. You want to keep playing guitar. You want to, you know? And so that's why, like, for example, teaching guitar, in the first sort of period, the kid like hates it because they're so bad at it. They're not getting that dopamine release. They're not, you know, confirming that neural pathway. But then at some point along the journey, and music teachers know this, it just clicks for the kid. And then they go, I want to practice now. I want to get better. And they do another piece and they find, oh, I'm half decent. I want to. And it's the same thing when you go to the gym. You are getting in there and you're forming neural circuits, you're establishing neural circuits. And that's the other thing, you are functioning at a higher level, at one area of your life.
Yes. Look, and you know what? We've talked about this before. You've only got one shot at life. You're here for a certain number of decades at the most, and then it's over. Why not make the best of this time here? Yep. Why not develop those whatever you call it, circuit ways, the habits, that's it, the neurocircuits, the establishing the connections, the habits, the practices, and being able to function on a higher level. Who doesn't want that? Because you look at the opposite of that, people who kind of resign themselves to whatever you want to call it, laziness, mediocrity, whatever you want to call it. And it's kind of the opposite of pursuing the best version of yourself. Is not a palatable outcome for me. I don't want to be that person that kind of sits around thinking about what I could have been.
Absolutely.
Just grabbing life by the horns and going, I'm going to do this.
Well, that's the thing. That this comes from a place of knowing what it feels like to be in this place of mediocrity. Yeah. And this sort of slump. And I think everybody knows that when you're not functioning optimally, and that doesn't always pertain to like your physique or your physical, like, you know, functionality, but it pertains to study. It pertains to work. When you're just going there and like just in the motions of things, even spirituality, if you're not putting in the effort, you can just be functioning at a mediocre level and just be traveling. And we talk about that all the time. Yeah. But I also find that the physical side of things is something that I can control, right? Yeah. And the other stuff you can control as well, but especially this, reducing your caloric intake, increasing your output, going to the gym. And then once you're doing that, when it seems to be this way, when one area of your life is getting more disciplined and better, it starts raising the other areas.
So true.
Your spiritual life catches on, your work life catches on, your study catches on, and you just end up being this disciplined person. And you're functioning, you're firing at all areas. So that I think that's exactly both of us. That's what we kind of want out of this. And a month is a short period of time.
It's pretty short. Yeah.
But we're looking for a start.
And the thing is, I feel like it's short, but the great thing is a month is long enough where you can start to see some serious results. Yep. Like serious results. You can get real change.
And we're putting ourselves out there at the moment. So this is about,
especially if there's before and after photos.
So we are going to release a before photo. And we are going to release an after photo. We're going to check in with you. So it's 24th of October. Should we give ourselves to the end of November?
End of November. I like that. And, full disclosure, I've started running pretty regularly for the last 3 or 4 weeks. I had a bit of a hiccup when I got sick.
On the treadmill, right?
The treadmill. So I may have had a little my before. Look at this. I don't even know why I'm bothering with that intro, because I'm going to say, if my intro looks pretty good, that's why it's like that. It's still going to look terrible. So it's actually all good.
And the thing is, we're just two ordinary guys.
Yeah.
We're just doing this. So we're doing this more so that, if people out there want to go on this sort of journey, even with us while we're doing it, or later after seeing our results, then You can
join
do
us. Yeah, you can
Ordinary
do it.
guys, you know?
Just take a month. A month is not that, and you will see results. And it's hard. I think the part is the upfront investment required before you're going to start seeing results. But I'm telling you guys, time moves quick in this life. It feels like in the beginning I'm putting in all this work, I'm limiting my input, I'm increasing my output. I'm not seeing the instant results. Trust me, within a few weeks you will start to get the payoffs from those initial things. So it feels like in the beginning, why am I doing this? It's just making the start, and before you know it, the 2 or 3 weeks will be done, and you'll start to see the changes that have resulted from the initial change that you've made.
And then you look at yourself in the mirror right before you have a shower or whenever you do that.
Yeah.
And then you start seeing a bit of definition.
Yeah.
You start seeing a little bit of fat loss, or you look down at the scales. Let's weigh each other every day. I think it's a good way to go.
Oh, yeah. Gotta get
And then
some
guess what
batteries for the
happens?
scales.
When you like what you see, guess what happens? Dopamine release,
Ooh.
baby.
Don't need to see those Facebook likes anymore to get that dopamine release.
Exactly. You know, it's you versus you.
Yeah.
Kobe.
I earned that dopamine. I earned it.
Kobe versus Kobe, you versus you. And then you get back in the gym, and then you get back on the meal plan, and you keep going, you keep riding, and then hopefully it goes into other areas as well.
Yeah. So like in a month's time, if you're checking in with this podcast and you're thinking that maybe it's been taken over by 2 different people, that's not the case. It actually is us, but it's the much improved version.
It's the gains version.
It is. We'll have to maybe just, I don't know, we'll have to change the way we sit, because we'll probably be a lot wider, and our arms will be, too big for the shirt. I mean, it's just going to be, we're going to have to make a lot of changes to adjust to our new form.
So do you know what? On camera, we're making this deal right now. We're all in.
We're all in. Before and after.
Actually,
Wait. Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. I'm just going to give you a... That was actually really good.
Yeah.
We're going to do that. And I think that's well said. I think this fits into a bigger, as you're alluding to, it fits into a bigger puzzle that's made up of other parts as well. But certainly this is one of the parts that we want to be on top of. And I'm excited to see what we achieve in a month.
All you Kernel followers, let's get it going.
Let's get it going. Kernel followers.
You're not too old. You're not too young. Get on this train.
I mean, what are you waiting for? Do you want to be out of shape? Do you want to be a lesser version of yourself for longer? Why would you want that to go for longer?
I don't want that to happen.
Yeah, I want to. Let's make the change now. And as we sit around in a month's time with our viewers watching, and we've all got 8-packs. I mean, that's how it's going to go down, and we're going to just enjoy ourselves. We'll we've just come off the set of a 300 movie.
This is Sparta.
What is your profession? Oh.
So good.
I could do an Arnie Schwarzenegger accent, but I'm not going to.
I think you should outro with that.
Yeah. Do you want to hold a 9mm the right way? With the bicep popping?
With the bicep.
The 9mm. I like saying that.
And in the words of the great man, we'll be back.
We will be back. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.